Hello and welcome to the 20th Annual Southern California Regional Science Bowl, sponsored by the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. I'm Brian Ojima, and as you can see, we're in the auditorium of the DWP headquarters here in downtown Los Angeles. Now, the final round is about to get underway in just a few minutes, but first I want to introduce our resident expert, Adam Diamond. Adam, thanks for joining us. Now, you know what? You've been here because you were a participant on the winning team back in 1993. Talk a little bit about what these students are going through.
These students have been studying for 1, maybe 2 years just for this one day. It all comes down to this final round, see whether they can pull off the big win.
Obviously, the team to beat is North Hollywood. They've won 13 out of the last 14, including 6 straight. Just talk about what makes them so good.
Practicing all the time. Just like a sport, you have to go weekends, after school. They have the confidence to win. They know they can win, and they're going to try to pull it out today.
And now, obviously, Sherman Oaks CES in the finals here. They have met earlier in the round. Just talk about what we can expect from them.
We can expect that they have confidence as well. They've been doing very well today. North Hollywood A-team did beat them once. This is going to be a revenge match.
Now, for the team that ends up being crowned the championship, talk about what the next step is for the team that wins.
The team that wins gets an all-expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C., where they get to compete in the National Science Bowl competition.
Now, you were a part of that. How was that experience like?
It was a fantastic experience. You get to be with a lot of other students who are really interested in science. You get to do competitions and just hope to pull out the best that you have.
Now, obviously, this is a double elimination competition, so obviously if North Hollywood loses, they're still in it for another round. Just talk about how that works.
That's right. This is like March Madness, only in a more extreme version. You get 2 chances. You can lose once, but if you lose, you have to keep going. You can try again. Here, North Hollywood has won every single round. They beat Sherman Oaks CES once. Sherman Oaks has to now beat them twice in order to be crowned the champion.
Well, obviously, it should be an exciting evening in the final round. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, the final round about to begin in just a few moments, so let's send it up to the main stage.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the final round of competition in the 20th Annual LADWP Science Bowl. I'm Walter Zeisel, manager of the Science Bowl, and also in charge of advertising, education, outreach, and administrative services in the Public Affairs Division at the Department of Water and Power. The Science Bowl the LADWP Science Bowl is one of 69 regional high school competitions in 40 states, including 10 in California. This is part of the U.S. Department of Energy's National Science Bowl program, which is the nation's largest high school science competition. This regional would not be possible without our volunteers. We had more than 100 volunteers here today. Moderators, timekeepers, scorekeepers, runners, our chief science judge, and rules judges. We want to thank all of them for giving their time, their expertise to make this program possible. And I want to thank our sponsors for helping to fund many of the scholarships to students and awards to schools. Let's hear it for our sponsors. One of our sponsors in particular is LA CityView 35, which is the city-owned cable access station. It's broadcasting this final round of competition to air this evening, next Thursday and Saturday. It can also be viewed online through a streaming video and beginning tomorrow on demand by going to www.lacityview.org. They are also producing a 30-minute documentary on the Science Bowl, which will be broadcast in April on both CityView 35 as well as on KLCS, the LA Unified PBS station. That's Channel 58. The LADWP Science Bowl is among the most successful regional competitions in the nation. In fact, we call it the Region of Champions. Our regional championship teams have won 4 national titles and placed among the top 5 teams nationally 10 times. Let's hear it for all our teams in the past. Now today, after more than 150 matches that started this morning, involving 42 participating teams from 30 high schools, we are down to our top 2 teams in the final round of competition. To my right and to your left is North Hollywood High School Team A. North Hollywood High School has won 13 of the last 14 regional titles, and in the past has won a national title and placed 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They have 7 trophies from the national competition in the last since they began winning our regional championship in 1998. Now, if North Hollywood wins the next match, they're the regional champion. To my left and your right is the Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies. Now, Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies, or better known as SOSIS, is actually located in the San Fernando Valley in Reseda, California, not Sherman Oaks. Though that's their name, so we're glad that you're here. They've participated for many years. This is the first time that they've made it to not only the final round of competition, but also the top 4. Let's give a hand for SOSIS. Now, SOSIS has one loss, so they need to win this coming match and a second one to become the regional title. So we let's wish both teams well, and then I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce our moderator and tell you a little bit about her. Let's give a hand to both teams. Our moderator, Kristen Pudens, is a doctoral candidate in electrical engineering at the University of Southern California at USC. She's a Science Bowl alumnus who participated at the Nebraska Regional Science Bowl as a student at Lincoln High School in Nebraska. And in fact, when she was in middle school, was volunteering. And then, of course, she was a competitor for years in high school. And then she went on to Iowa State University for a degree in computer engineering. And so she was a volunteer official while she was at Iowa State. About 3 or 4 years ago, she called us coming to USC, and she said, she sent us a note, and she said she'd like to volunteer. We contacted her, and she's been a moderator ever since. And in fact, since she started doing Science Bowl, we figured out she's been doing this on a volunteer capacity for 14 years. She almost has as many years in this as I do, and she's much younger. So congratulations to her for all that. Now, I asked her about her studies, which is interesting. Those of you who are technically based will understand all this. I'm a public relations background person with a degree in political science, so I can mouth the words, but, I don't know how many. Anyway, let's say her studies at USC involved developing algorithms and applications for quantum computers. She's developed an algorithm for data mining anomaly detection using a quantum computer. She's currently implementing an error correction code for a specific quantum processor called the D-Wave 1. So how many of you out there probably understand all that, but some of you do. Okay, very good. Now, in addition to her technical expertise, she, like myself, enjoys music. And so she plays the horn for one of the USC orchestras. She also plays the piano and guitar, and she also sings and has been in several courses over the years. So to give voice, so to speak, to the questions, the toss-up and bonus questions, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the moderator of the final round of competition in the 20th annual LADWP Science Bowl, Kristen Pudens. Kristen?
Thank you very much, Walter. All right, so before we begin, I'd like to ask the students, beginning with A1, to buzz in and introduce yourself for the audience.
Hi, I'm Adrian Gutierrez.
Hi, I am Hank Sneddon.
I'm Nicholas Hartel.
I'm James Hang.
Hi, I'm Danny Bork.
I'm Rain Song.
Vivek Banerjee.
Kennedy Aguamba.
And we also have many other officials helping with this competition, and I'd like to allow some of them to introduce themselves. We have our science judge.
Tim Hemming. Richard Erdman.
Our scorekeeper.
Mark Davidson.
We have a timekeeper. We have another scorekeeper.
I'm going to keep the scoreboard on Troy Barker.
Another timekeeper.
I'm the onstage timekeeper. My name is Cynthia.
And down in the corner of the audience, we have a rules judge, too. Hello, George. I think that's about everyone. Before we begin, I'd like to give a special note to the audience that this is an intense academic competition for the students in which time is of the essence. So if you have a reaction to any questions, and I expect this to be a positively riveting match, if you have any reactions, however justified, like applause, laughter, groans, keep them to yourself until the half or the end of the game, because if you're reacting, I can't read the next question, and they'd really like to hear it. Thank you so much. Is everyone ready?
We're ready.
Then we'll begin. Toss-up, math, short answer. Expressing your answer in simplest form, if y equals x to the 6th power times the natural log of x, what is the derivative of y with respect to x? B, Captain.
X to the 5th times ln of x times 6 plus ln of x, oh my god.
That is incorrect. A, Captain.
6x to the 5th times the natural log of x plus x to the 5th.
That is correct. 4 points, Team A.
Sorry.
Bonus, Team A. Math, short answer. A national achievement test is administered. The test has a mean score of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. If Vince's z-score is 1.20, what is his score on the test?
Five seconds.
101.8.
Incorrect. Correct answer was 118. Toss-up, biology, multiple choice. The amino acid sequence of a protein represents the translation of which of the following? W, the template DNA strand. Interrupt, A1.
X.
That is correct. 4 points, Team A. Bonus, Team A, biology, multiple choice. Which of the following insect orders is characterized by the beak or stylet arising from the posterior part of the head and extending along the insect's sternum? W, Hymenoptera. X, Homoptera. Y, Coleoptera. Z, Hemiptera.
X.
Correct. 10 points, Team A. Next toss-up, both teams, physics, multiple choice. Which of the following principles of fluid dynamics does an airplane use to create an upward force? W, Archimedes. Interrupt, B, Captain.
Bernoulli's.
Correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Physics, multiple choice. If magnetic monopoles exist, which of the following Maxwell's equations would be changed? W, Gauss's law for magnetism only. X, Gauss's law for magnetism and Ampere's law. Y, Gauss's law for magnetism and Faraday's law. Z, Gauss's law for magnetism, Ampere's law, and Faraday's law.
Gauss's plus Faraday's. Faraday's law is the one with magnets with B of sub r. kind of a amount, so I assume that has something to do with magnets. What's Ampere's law about? It's
5 seconds.
Why?
That is correct. 10 points, Team B. Toss-up, Earth and space, multiple choice. Which of the following is the rate at which atmospheric gases and particles are moved across a surface? W, vertical dispersion. X, turbulence. Y, flux. Interrupt, a captain.
Z.
Incorrect. That's 4 points, Team B. I will reread the question for Team B. Earth and space, multiple choice. Which of the following is the rate at which atmospheric gases and particles are moved across a surface? W, vertical dispersion. X, turbulence. Y, flux. Z, stratospheric transport. B, captain.
Why?
Correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Earth and space, multiple choice. Which of the following is true of sandstone formed from a long-term paleo desert? W, it would exhibit clearly graded bedding. X, it would have preserved ripples but not dunes. Y, it would appear black due to the dark iron-rich minerals present. Z, it would contain well-rounded grains and have high quartz content.
It's definitely not Y. X, I think these are both X.
5 seconds.
Z.
Correct. 10 points, Team B. Next toss-up, chemistry, multiple choice. Which of the following bonds is the longest in length? W, fluorine, fluorine. X, chlorine, chlorine. Y, bromine. Interrupt, be captain.
Z.
That is correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Chemistry, multiple choice. Ozonolysis cleaves which of the following? W, carbon-carbon double bonds in alkenes. X, carbon-carbon bonds in alkanes. Y, oxygen-oxygen bonds. Z, bonds between carbon and hydrogen.
Okay. Well, that's good enough for me.
What? W.
Correct. 10 points, Team B. Next toss-up, both teams, math, multiple choice. Which of the following best represents the conversion of the rectangular coordinates 3, 4 into polar coordinates? W, 5, 37 degrees. X, 37 degrees, 5. Y, 5. Interrupt, be captain.
Y.
Correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Math, short answer. Evaluate the integral from the square root of 2 to 3 times the square root of 2 of the quantity 3x squared plus 6 and quantity dx.
From 2 to the root 2, so that's what? 2 to the, so that's 3 root 2 cubed.
5 seconds.
54 root 2 is my thing.
32 root 2.
Incorrect. Correct answer was 64 root 2. Next toss-up, biology. Short answer. What modified base in the anticodon's wobble position can base pair with the uracil, cytosine, or adenine in the third position of an mRNA codon? B1.
Inosine.
Correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Biology, multiple choice. Kearns-Sayre syndrome is caused by a mutation on a gene in the mitochondrial DNA. Both males and females can have the disease, but the disease can only be transmitted to a child by the mother, never the father. Why is this so? W, the gene is on the X chromosomes, and females are XX. X, the sperm that fertilizes the egg contributes only to its chromosomes and none of its mitochondria. Y, the mutant protein is only active in the egg, not the sperm. Z, the disease is sex-limited.
Of the opinion that the correct answer is probably the one of the X. Yeah, I would make the opinion that most likely it is probably the X. Yes. Yes, it's X.
X.
Correct. 10 points, Team B. That's the half.
So we just finished the first half of the final round between Sherman Oaks CES and North Hollywood. North Hollywood leading 64-18. And once again, joining me right now is our Science Bowl expert, Adam Diamond. Adam, just give me your impressions of this first half of the final round.
North Hollywood obviously is doing very well. They have the confidence. They're answering questions quickly. While it may look like a blowout of 64-18, when toss-ups are 4 points and bonuses are 10 points, scores can change really quickly in a short amount of time with just a few questions answered.
Now, obviously, we saw Sherman Oaks get out to a quick lead there, but they weren't able to sustain it. Just talk about what impressed you about Sherman Oaks in that beginning portion right there.
Sherman Oaks was not afraid to buzz in early. When you start buzzing in early and you get the answer right, it really boosts your confidence. Once they started not getting questions right, you lose confidence, and then you're not afraid. Then you become afraid to buzz in early. When that happens, the other team is going to take advantage of that and start racking up points. You can't be afraid. If you know the answer, you have to go for it.
Now, obviously, these two teams faced off earlier today. Do you think there's any advantage for either side in that?
I think North Hollywood has the advantage there. When you beat a team, it really boosts your confidence. They know they can beat Sherman Oaks CES. Sherman Oaks CES still has to prove to themselves that they can do it. And I believe they can. Hopefully they believe they can. But we'll have to see in the second half.
Now, what do you expect from both teams in this second half?
I think that North Hollywood is going to start using the clock. Just like in any sport, you have to know how to use the clock. In bonus questions, you get 20 seconds. If you're ahead, you don't want to start giving that time to the other team. So you want to milk all the time that you can get.
It should be an exciting second half. Let's go ahead and send it back up to the main stage for the final round between Sherman Oaks CES and North Hollywood.
Some that I like the flux one, I guess, because I was like, I don't think it's going to flux, but then like one seems totally random and weird. That wasn't that bad. I mean, one more half exactly, but whatever. Yeah.
If we can have quiet in the room, we'll start the second half. Thank you. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we'll begin. Toss-up, energy, multiple choice. Which of the following effects does lowering the temperature have on the decay rate of a sample of radioactive material? W, the decay will speed up. X, the decay will slow down. Y, there is no change. Z, there is an inverse relationship between temperature and fission. A, Captain.
X.
Incorrect. B, Captain.
Y.
Correct. 4 points Team B, bonus Team B. Energy, multiple choice. Future Gen 2.0 power plants will reduce carbon dioxide production by burning coal in which of the following ways? W, with a mixture of oxygen and carbon dioxide instead of air to produce concentrated carbon dioxide. X, with an enhanced concentration of oxygen instead of air to produce less carbon dioxide per ton of coal burned. Y, in a catalytic chamber that scrubs the carbon dioxide out of the emissions. Z, using carbon dioxide reduced coal in an 80% nitrogen and 18% oxygen mixture.
I said W. Vivek seems to like
W.
Correct. 10 points Team B. Toss-up. Physics. Short answer. 2 electromagnetic waves are incident upon a gerbil. They are identical and coherent except for a phase difference of 60 degrees. If the intensity of each wave in isolation is 10 watts per meter squared, what is the intensity of light in watts per square meter experienced by the gerbil? B, Captain.
5 watts per square meter.
Incorrect. A, Captain.
10 watts per square meter.
Also incorrect. Correct answer was 30. Toss-up, Earth and space, multiple choice. The observation that the mean luminosity of more distant stars tends to be higher than the mean luminosity of nearby stars in a flux-limited sample is an example of which of the following kinds of bias? W, Eddington. X, selection. Y, confirmation. Z, hindsight. B1.
X.
Correct. 4 points Team B. Bonus Team B. Earth and space, multiple choice. Which of the following features is not associated with subduction zone geology? W. San Joaquin Valley, California. X. Accreted terrains of coastal California. Y. North Carolina Barrier Islands. Z. Cascade Mountains in Oregon and Washington.
Here's my choice. Send what? Oh, send. Send something.
Okay, I'm going to say
5 seconds.
Y.
Correct. 10 points, Team B. Toss-up, chemistry, multiple choice. Which of the following is true for an adiabatic process? W. Temperature remains constant. X. Pressure remains constant. Y. Net. Interrupt, B. Captain.
Y.
Correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Chemistry, short answer. A reaction between two solutions, A and B, has a rate constant K of 1. If A increases from 2.0 molar to 4.0 molar and B is held constant, the reaction rate is doubled. If B goes from 2.0 molar to 4.0 molar and A is held constant, the reaction rate is quadrupled. What is the overall reaction order?
Third order.
Correct. That's 10 points, Team B. Toss-up, both teams, biology, multiple choice. In active meiosis, new genetic combinations can arise in two different ways. Which of the following is the first stage in which there could be genetic recombination? W. Anaphase. Interrupt, B1.
Prophase 1.
Correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Biology, short answer. What is the term for an inanimate object that is capable of transmitting infectious disease from one individual to another?
Abiotic vector? That could be. Oh, is that an actual thing? That's a thing we should go with what we think the thing is.
5 seconds.
Contagion factor.
Incorrect. Correct answer is fomite. Toss-up, Earth and space, multiple choice. Which of the following classes of stars does not have radiative zones? W. Interrupt, A. Captain.
X.
Incorrect. That's 4 points for Team B. I will reread the question in its entirety for Team B. Earth and space, multiple choice. Which of the following classes of stars does not have radiative zones? W. A. X. G. Y. M. Z. O. B3.
Y.
Correct. 4 points, Team B. Bonus, Team B. Earth and space, multiple choice. Under which of the following circumstances does ocean depth affect ocean wave motion? W. When ocean depth falls below half the wavelength of a wave. X. When the ocean wave has a period exceeding 20 seconds. Y. When the ocean waves are impacted by tides. Z. When the ocean floor has high relief regardless of the depth.
W.
Correct. 10 points, Team B. Toss-up, math, short answer. What is the radius of the circle with equation x squared plus 6x plus y squared minus 8y minus 11 equals 0? B. Captain.
Oh, 8.
Incorrect. A. Captain.
The square root of 11.
Also incorrect. Correct answer was 6. Toss-up, biology, multiple choice. If a single nucleotide is inserted in... Interrupt, A2.
Y.
Incorrect. That's 4 points for Team B. I will reread the question in its entirety for Team B. Biology, multiple choice. If a single nucleotide is inserted into the middle of the protein coding sequence of a gene, which of the following is the likely outcome? W. A frame shift mutation that leads to multiple missense and/or nonsense mutations. X. A single codon will have a missense mutation. Y. One codon will have a missense or nonsense mutation, and the other nucleotide will be deleted. Z. A frame shift mutation that is silent. B1.
W.
Correct. 4 points Team B, bonus Team B, biology, multiple choice. Which of the following statements is not correct regarding short day plants? W. Flowering occurs when night length is less than critical length. X. Continuity of darkness is crucial. Flowering will not occur if darkness is interrupted by a momentary light flash. Y. Short day plants are synonymous with long night plants. Z. Photoperiod can be detected via phytochromes.
This which is natural. Oh, short day. So it's got to have a short day. So the day has to be. Yeah, W. W. Yeah.
W.
That's correct. That's 10 points for Team B. That's the game.
I knew every bonus was so easy.
There you go.
So there you go. North Hollywood winning it once again, now for the 14th time in 15 years and 7 straight. And joining me once again is our Science Bowl expert, Adam Diamond. Talk about the victory there. What impressed you most about North Hollywood?
North Hollywood just had the confidence the whole way through, especially during the second half. The other team didn't get a single point. What happened, I think, is that Sherman Oaks CES got a little bit in a rut, and when you get in a rut, you lose the confidence, you're afraid to buzz in, and it's hard to get points when you don't buzz in.
Talk about Sherman Oaks there, because obviously they got out to the quick lead, but then all of a sudden you saw North Hollywood just start getting on a hot streak there. That's something that Sherman Oaks couldn't recover from.
That just goes to show the dominating performance that North Hollywood has had over the past decade. There's so little that sometimes a team can do once they get in a rut. You just can't answer the questions. North Hollywood had the confidence to just pull it out.
And you've been a part of a championship win like this. What does it feel like, and what are these kids from North Hollywood feeling right now?
It feels fantastic to win. We put in so much time and effort in the past 2 years to get to this point. They finally get to go to an all-expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C. It's a whole lot of fun. You get to participate in the national competition, and they've done very well in the past, and they might do very well in the future, I suspect.
Well, obviously, it was an exciting night. 42 teams vying for this at the beginning of the day, but it's North Hollywood winning the Regional Science Bowl Championship. For Adam Diamond and all the rest of our crew here at Channel 35, I'm Brian Ojima. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll see you back here next year once again. So long, everybody.